So for today's episode, I am taking you guys all the way back to the year 1987 when one of my favorite all-time cartoons was released. And of course, I'm talking about DuckTales.
I found the missing maps. I tracked this valley down. This gold is mine.
You are wrong, senor. This, says the gold, is mine.
So I was in third grade in 1987, I was 7 years old, and I was obsessed with DuckTales. I really still am. I still love it today. And I say it's my favorite cartoon of all time, but really it's tied for my favorite with Thundercats. Do you guys remember those 24-hour challenges a lot of YouTubers did last year? I'll be doing that for this episode, but with a little twist. So I'm watching DuckTales for 24 straight hours, non-stop. If I leave the room for any reason, I take my tablet with me. I have every episode of DuckTales on the tablet as well. If I go to the bathroom, I take this thing with me. If I need to cook some dinner, I'm taking it with me watching the DuckTales. Of course, I'm gonna keep it entertaining, do other things while I'm watching DuckTales. But I guess before I do anything, I really should change out this pin for a DuckTales one. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so I think I'm ready to go. I have all the episodes of DuckTales on DVD and also some on VHS, which I'll switch back and forth on. But I guess I'm ready to go. I think I'm ready to sit down for 24 straight hours and watch me some DuckTales. All right, so I popped in Volume 2 on DVD. I did that because Volume 2, for some reason, has the pilot episodes on there. So we're gonna start with the very first episodes, the pilot episodes that aired in 1987. The thing is, these first 5 episodes are my all-time favorite DuckTales episodes. I love these episodes. And they were written by Jim Magon, who I had the chance to interview a few years ago. So I'll play a little bit of that right now. And I also wanted to thank you because DuckTales, Treasure of the Golden Suns. You
Yes.
wrote those, right?
Yeah, I was
my
started around
my
then.
favorite, I mean, I'm not lying, all-time cartoon episodes of any cartoon ever made.
It was a great miniseries. We plotted that out so carefully, and you know, we said we got to make it bigger every episode, but then they all have to be complete, but also tie together.
All right, let's get started. All right, what time is it, Siri?
It's 1:58 p.m.
1:58, so 2 o'clock, Saturday afternoon. That's when I'm stopping. So, here we go. Let's watch some DuckTales. So I know he was kind of a minor character on DuckTales, but El Capitan in the first pilot episodes, easily one of my favorite characters, especially my favorite villain on the show. I love El Capitan. And of course, Jim Cummings is a voice. I love it. It's one of my favorite Jim Cummings performances. Right now I'm on an episode called Cold Duck. Now the cool thing is I actually have an animation cell from this episode. If you don't know what animation cells are, they actually painted on, and they're exactly what you see on film. So here's this part that I have right here. So right there. So without that production art, you'll see like a half a second of nothing, because that's actually what you see on the screen. When I was at Disneyland last year, which was around maybe October of 2018, I picked up this great DuckTales art print that I wanted to show you guys. So right here you see the mixture of 2017 meets 19 1987. So it is dinner time, and I thought nothing would fit this 24-hour challenge like a DuckTales Happy Meal. From what year is this? 1987. Perfect. Yeah, check this out. So I got my little hamburger there, and the toy. This is actually the toy that came in it in 1987. And of course, my favorite character, Launchpad. So cool. So I don't eat McDonald's much, and I haven't had one of these hamburgers in a long time. It's nothing like I remember being a kid. It's like eating cardboard. See, Madison?
Yeah.
See these puzzles? These are old.
Yeah.
Do you know how old these are?
No.
There's no date on them. They're either from the late 80s or early 90s.
I can do this one.
You want to do Launchpad one?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've never been opened. Never been opened, and they're from either late 80s or early 90s. All right, here's yours. Ready? What?
Glasses.
Tell them.
No, you do it.
She got new glasses. She wants to tell you all that. All right, ready? I'm gonna dump it for you. All right, and I got the Scrooge one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with the cane.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah, that's because you're watching TV.
Okay.
All right, so what we got here is an old gumball machine.
Wait, Dad, let me
What?
talk. I want to eat one.
Okay, so this gumball machine, I think, is from 1990. There's no year on it, but I remember seeing this in a old JCPenney's catalog. Here it is. And the gum that is inside of it is from 1990. Here is a penny. Let's drop a penny in there.
Hey, why do you have to drop a penny in there?
Because it's a piggy bank. And then you do that, and a gumball comes up. All right, so here's one for me. What color is it gonna be? Oh, same color as you.
Hey,
All right, so this gum is almost 30 years old.
can I eat both of them?
No. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers. All right.
Mmm. Why does it taste so yummy?
Yeah, it really doesn't taste old. Yep, this gum really has, I think it has all the flavor still. It's actually not bad. This item here is one of my favorite DuckTales items I have because it's super, super rare. I really don't know how many of these were made, and as you can see, it's not American. So I think it's about, what, 3 o'clock in the morning, I think. I'm getting a little hungry. So I think I'm gonna head downstairs to our kitchen. And you guys know those gourmet like pancakes you see these artists make. Well, I'm gonna try, keyword try, to make one of those for Scrooge from DuckTales. I've never, ever made one of the pancakes ever in my life. So this may be a little interesting. So let's go do that real quick. Okay, like I said, it's not perfect, it's not beautiful, but I mean, you can see what it is. Let's eat a little bit of it. It's all right. Ah, sweet. Brian Cummins is calling me. Perfect timing. He worked on DuckTales, by the way.
Oh, he sure does. No time for that. Go, hero, go.
How you doing?
I'm alive. It's been a good day. Been a darn good day. Yeah. 20, so how many hours have you got left to go?
I have 5 hours left.
Okay.
Yeah, I was worried because around the 13-hour left mark, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do it. As soon as the sun came up, like an hour and a half ago, it became a lot easier. And now people are actually awake in the house, and my daughter's awake, so I wasn't the only one awake. But it wasn't easy. I may have dozed off for 5 minutes. I don't know. It was the same episode I was still watching, so I may have just blinked for a minute, and I don't remember what happened in that minute. I just watched the Scroogerell episode, and you know, the Beagle Boys were a prominent role in that one. And of course, you are. Yeah. We don't talk about him as much as we do Doofus. I mean, did you use any sort of inspiration from a real person to create that voice?
Yeah, well, in the edge of my mind, it's weird, but I kind of heard Scatman Crothers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just kind of like this hip funky dude, you know, kind of thing. So, and he's obviously the loosey-goosey kind of guy in the Beagle Boys. So, he's not necessarily evil as much as he's just kind of like along for the ride.
That is true.
The gang kind of thing. So, yeah.
Can I hear a little bit of Doofus?
No way! I'm not gonna do any stuff for you unless you give me scale. I want you to give me money because I'm a jaded performer. I've been around for a long time, and all that stuff that you see me play, that's not me. I hang out at pool house and I drink lots of root beer until I go home at night and I belch.
I can hear a lot of I can hear a lot of Dawes in that.
This is the funny thing, and people always will talk about. There's performers' ego. So some performers will sit down and say, "I brought this unique thing to the character, this unique thing to the role." But we're all sponges. I mean, that's just the way we're created. And whether we realize it or not, we absorb this stuff around us. It may be we baked a new cake, but we're still using the same ingredients to come up with a recipe. Anyway.
All right, man. Well, take care. Thank you.
Your celebration, man. It's always a pleasure, man.
All right, so I am at the 5-hour mark now. 5 hours left, which I think is like, what, 13 and a half, maybe 14 episodes left. Doesn't sound that bad. I can do it. I'm just gonna sit here the rest of the time, just watch those 13, 14 episodes until my timer goes off, and then I'm gonna crash. So, let's do it. Oh, all right, here I am. The end. I'm looking at the countdown, looking at 20 more seconds. Before I go, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button and please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, that is it for my DuckTales 24-hour challenge. At the end of it, gotta say, still love some DuckTales. I'm not tired of it whatsoever. But I'm going to bed. So, see you guys later.